Hello, athletes. Welcome and thank you for tuning into the Coach Katie Danger podcast, recorded live from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm your host, Coach Katie Danger, U.S. Army veteran, fitness coach, and founder of Red H Nutrition. Here's a fact for you. 99% of us are not elite athletes. We're individuals from all backgrounds, juggling life's priorities, including jobs, our families, their needs, and trying to find time to take care of ourselves. Every single week when you tune in, I'll be discussing clear, concise, and actionable strategies you can use to get the most from your fitness, nutrition, and mindset so you can optimize your life without compromising your time. So athletes, settle in and get comfortable. I'm here to educate, inspire, empower, and entertain you to help you enjoy the unique fitness journey that you are on. Hello again, athletes. This is Coach Katie Danger, and welcome to episode number 61 of the Coach Katie Danger podcast. I've been diving deep into some personal growth, and I've really been amazed how interesting and exciting and varied my personal fitness journey has been when I look at it from the top down. I've mentioned before in some podcasts back, it all seemed to have started when I was 18 years old and I was at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I found the elliptical trainer. It's taken me from cardio to triathlons to powerlifting to CrossFit, and ultimately here with you, sharing all my gifts and my knowledge. But nothing has been easy and nothing has been linear. I couldn't have predicted this path even if I would have tried. But after looking back on all of it, every experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, there is one skill that has changed everything for me. And this one skill has allowed me to do anything and accomplish any results that I've had my mind set on. But the skill wasn't something I inherited. I don't think that this particular skill is in our genetic makeup. But I do think that some personalities tend to favor the development or lack of development of this particular skill. The skill I'm talking about is consistency, specifically consistency in the behaviors that will help me become the person I need to be to achieve my goals. No matter what you do, no matter what goal you have in mind for yourself, the achievement of the goal cannot be done without consistency. But here's the catch. Being consistent with an action isn't easy, especially if you don't have the right skills in place to create the right actions that develop the right behaviors. Now, a good question to ask yourself, the next time that you set this audacious goal for yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how consistently can you carry out the right actions coupled with the right skills to develop behavior you need in order to become the person to accomplish the goal that you have out for yourself? Now, most people who are thinking about running a marathon, but have never even run a mile in their life, they know they need to have some patience with their goal, right? I mean, if you want to run 26.2 miles and you've never even run 1 mile before, there's going to be a lot of skill building that's going to go along the way before you set out on your 26.2. You got to work on running 1 mile first. And it's as simple as the crawl, walk, run scenario that you've heard played out millions of times in other scenarios. The same goes for your diet. And this is whether you want to lose 100 pounds or 10 pounds. At this moment in time, if you're not where you want to be with your fitness goal, whatever it may be, specifically with this scenario, weight loss, you don't have the right behavior set in place. You're not the person you need to be, otherwise you'd be there. I think this is why yo-yo dieting is so prevalent in America. We're all running around, we're acting like disorganized squirrels who are chasing the next fancy thing if it promises a quicker result. We're asking ourselves all the time, is the grass greener on the other side? And if it is, I'm going to jump. Well, let me give you another little metaphor, analogy. The grass is greener where you water it. We think there might be a magic pill out there, even though we know that we've yet to find one. As your coach and somebody that hopefully you respect at this point, I'm going to be very clear with you, athletes. The magic you're looking for is consistency. It's consistency in the right skill at the right time to elicit the right action and create the right long-lasting behaviors and changes in habits. Let's get to another example. I think some of these ideas and concepts, they are best expressed when we talk about real, concrete examples that you've heard before. So here's another one. Let's take the Olympic sprinter. He or she didn't just wake up one morning ready to sprint. Sure, you can argue there are genetic factors that have probably helped him or her along the way, but you know the saying, right? The saying goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. There is no shortcut. Not even genetics are a shortcut. It is the consistent work that gets results, the consistent work on the right skills that gets the results. And now you're probably wondering, how do I know what skills I need to reach my goal? But before I can answer that for you, I want to share my number one pet peeve with the Instagram and social media coaching culture first, because it all goes into this behaviors versus outcomes and having the right skills argument that I'm getting at. And we've all been here. We've all done this. We've been browsing on our social media feed, scrolling through, and we see somebody with ripped abs. They're fit, they're awesome, and we want to be just like them. And we want to be like them now, like right now, not later, right now. So fancy that, the ripped person that you see is also an online trainer and they're currently taking clients. So you start to investigate their coaching progress and their plans, and they have this 6-week abs guaranteed program. It starts immediately. And here's what you got to do. You got to dive right in. You got to commit to 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to ab work. You got to count your calories and you can only eat chicken and rice. Does that sound fun to you? Let's get back to you then. Let's get back to you because you matter. Do you have the skills to carry this out? Can you commit 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to ab work? Do you know how to count your calories? Can you possibly be happy eating only chicken and rice? What does this trainer know about you and who you are and your lifestyle? Probably not a lot. And I'm going to be honest with you, this trainer did not get abs like they have in 6 weeks. Whatever metric, whatever they're trying to sell to you, they did not get there in 6 weeks. They did not get there in a year. They probably didn't even get there in a few years. There's no way. They got abs through years of training, eating well consistently, and finding a fitness plan that suited their frame, their ability level, and the amount of time they could devote to training. And chances are, you are not a fitness coach on Instagram who makes a living from selling your abs. So my point is this. I want you to become more aware of the coaches that you follow. I want you to seek out coaches who know how to break things down into skills, actions, and eventually behaviors and habits that are going to lead to long-term success. Get yourself a coach who wants to learn about you and who you are. Why do you want to achieve your goal? What will it do for you? How will your life be different if you reach your goal? And most importantly, what is preventing you from reaching your goal now? You're not where you want to be right now because you're not the person you need to be, and that is okay. Another major blunder is our time frame for the goals that we have, and that it's just not realistic and possible to meet the expectations that we have for ourselves. You've probably seen this commercial on TV before, but J.G. Wentworth, the commercials go something like this: I want my money and I want it now. Well, in fitness, that is not how it works. You cannot get abs overnight. You cannot lose 50 pounds overnight. To be somebody different, to get to where you want to go, you have to be different than where you are right now. This goes for all facets of life. This goes for if you want financial health, career goals, relationship goals, whatever it may be. You simply don't have the skills right now to be the person that you want to be. And a good coach helps you on the path to find those skills, to create the actions that create the behaviors so you can become the person that you need to be for long-lasting change. So instead of looking at fancy metrics like fat loss, body fat percentage, BMI, or what the scale says, try to think of your behaviors as to what needs to be changed, what you actually do day in and day out. If you want to lose weight, this is a very, very broad, unspecific example. But if you want to lose weight, what behaviors are currently in place in your life that aren't driving your goals? In contrast, ask yourself, what bright spots do you have? What skills do you currently have that could help you overcome the behaviors that hold you back? Because we've all got bright spots. Changing behaviors, this whole process starts with asking why. Ask yourself why. Now, most psychologists, most self-help books, cognitive behavioral therapy, they kind of all start with this 5 whys scenario. And as a coach, it goes like this. If somebody wants to lose weight, why do you want to lose weight? Why would losing weight help you? Why would this change your life for the better? Asking this sort of questions 5 times is probing for that intrinsic motivation that helps keeps us going when things get tough. And realistically, if you haven't figured this out yet, any fitness journey, any goal, it will get tough at times. So that's why knowing why is so important to that foundation for this behavioral change. And the irritating aspect of so many of these online fitness coaches seems like they only specialize in learning how to count macros. They're missing the mark entirely. They've not explored who you are. They have not asked what drives you, what values you have, what your daily routine looks like, or any of the other multitude of environmental, biological, and social factors that play a part in goal setting and eventually the achievement of your goal. They don't focus on the behaviors that drive change. They only glorify vanity metrics, vanity outcome-based metrics, like body fat, like BMI, or whether you can see your abs or not. And there is so much more to your journey than those numbers. Hey, I know, and you know, that I talk a lot about using supplements on your fitness journey and reaching your full potential. How I believe they're integral pieces of the puzzle to reaching your best self and best fitness results. But do you know how supplements fit into your plan? Do you know what to take for your goals and how much of a supplement you should take? If you've ever had any of those questions and you want to know how supplements can work for you and your goals, go to yourfitnesssupplements.com and take the free 3-point personalized supplement assessment. And with just a few questions, you'll have a complete personalized supplement recommendation in less than 60 seconds. You'll know more about how supplements fit into your fitness goals, what's safe, and what's effective and perfect for you. So type in yourfitnesssupplements.com in your internet browser, take the free assessment, and get on the fast track to your best fitness results. Coaching is about meaningful progress about the person, about you, the athlete, and who you are and who you need to become, not about what your body fat percentage is or how many carbs that you get to eat today. Coaching is certainly not one size fits all, and it's not about 6 weeks abs. It's about support that guides an athlete from where they're at to where they want to be by listening, encouraging, and collaborating on specific solutions that will fit into your specific lifestyle. The key words in here are specific and unique and collaboration and encouraging and listening. Now, any diet that is restrictive on purpose without learning about you isn't going to work. Any fitness program that requires too much time and too much energy from someone's commitment level isn't going to work. If somebody is not ready, willing, and able to complete the necessary tasks to get to your goal, it's just not going to work. Now, the great thing about behavior-based coaching rather than outcome-based, which is what 6 weeks abs guaranteed is all about, behavior-based coaching is that once you've got these skills, no one can ever take them away from you. Just like once you learn to walk, you don't forget how. Or like riding a bike. It's like riding a bike, right? You don't forget how to do these things. Behavior-based coaching is great because we're building skills for a lifetime. They're going to serve you for the rest of your existence. Here's another example of why outcome-based coaching and methods tend not to work for most people. Let's talk about gastric bypass surgery. You go to the doctor, you get surgery, you've got a smaller stomach now, and you literally can't eat as much food as before. So obviously you're going to have restriction on your caloric intake, but you've never really learned anything. You still don't know what to eat. You're not sure what to do in the gym to help you stay lean. And you definitely don't know what macros are or why your coach swears by them. Gastric bypass surgery in and of itself is short-sighted. There aren't the skills involved that will help you keep the change, help you keep the weight off. But if you take gastric bypass surgery and then you apply the right behavior-based coaching both before and after surgery, you'll have someone who is far more equipped for the challenges ahead. You're going to educate. They're going to be inspired. They're going to be empowered. There's a reason that I say those things all the time: educate, inspire, and empower. It's because in coaching, no matter the goal, like I said, this can be financial, career, relationship, no matter the goal, if you want to create long-lasting change for yourself, you've got to educate, you've got to inspire, and you've got to empower, because that creates long-lasting impact and change. You can't ever take these skills away once they've been learned and used consistently. A good coach is going to reverse engineer your goal. They're going to get clear on the goal. You're going to get clear on why, and then find out what skills you need to acquire, and then how we can break down actions you need to get to your goal and create daily practices that leads to habits. So it's finding out what skills are necessary, finding out what actions then drive those behaviors that can become consistent. Here's another example. An athlete comes to me and they want to do a handstand push-up. Instead of me just looking at them and showing them how to do a handstand push-up or saying, hey, watch this video, or, well, you just get up on your hands and you push up against a wall. Like, we got to break down the skills needed in order to get there. We got to put this whole movement together, and we got to take it in baby steps. Where is this athlete at now? Can they even do a push-up? Can they do a few push-ups at a time? What about their overhead press? So the concept here is an athlete wants to do a handstand push-up, but we have to know where they're at first and what skills they currently have in order to create a program to help them progress appropriately. You can start to see that when you assess a person's current skill level, it is very, very helpful. You cannot run before you crawl. It doesn't matter if it's weight loss, getting abs, or doing a handstand push-ups. The proper strategic progression of skills matter. And that's why good coaching matters. So now the question for you is this, athletes: if you're on a fitness journey and you feel like your progress is not where it should be, have you asked yourself what skills you need to move forward? It's not easy to answer this question because we all have very big egos. And that's why having a coach with an objective viewpoint is very, very important. It is so hard to self-coach. It is hard to be honest with ourselves. If an elite Olympic sprinter needs a coach, then you probably do too. Now, just because your goal doesn't involve having an international audience or a professional paid sponsorship, it doesn't mean that your goal is any less complex or any less unique. I've given you some great information on reaching your goals. I've shown you that now you should look for a good coach who knows how to learn about you and what skills you currently bring to the table, how to break down skills in order to get to the next step in the process, in the journey. And you certainly know now that you should probably avoid social media influencers who promise you quick results. Now, if you're ready to work with a coach who will help you become the person you need to be through behavior changes, I want you to schedule your discovery call with me. This is what I'm offering to you right now. And here's how we start. Schedule your 1-hour call with me at talkwithcoachkatie.com. I start with the first things first approach. We're going to find out what's most important to you right now and set actionable goals and priorities. Then we're going to collaborate on a plan that's realistic, manageable, and something you can feel good about doing consistently. This call is going to help you further your agenda. We're going to discuss values, goals, and what you really want and why it is important to you. Your goals are going to become clear and far more motivating so you can persist even as your journey gets tough. And then finally, on this discovery call, we're going to identify an action plan that is strategic to you, what you're already doing well, and address the additional skills that you need to move forward and get over anything that is blocking you from getting to the next step. So with this discovery call that you book at talkwithcoachkatie.com, it is all about you. A coach is an advocate for you, is a champion for you and for athletes. It's a collaborative, supportive environment where there's no fear of failure, and it is feedback. Feedback is continual. So there's no failure, there's only feedback. And here's the summary, athletes. Here is the 411. To get to where you want to go, you've got to change the person you are now. You need the skills. And if you don't have them now, don't fret. Anyone can learn new tricks with the right coach and the right plan. If you're tired of hopping from diet to diet, if you're tired of restricting calories, if you're tired of counting foods, restricting foods, and jumping in and out of fitness programs every 4 to 6 weeks, then I'd love to speak with you about your goals and how you can get there. So the next step for you is to schedule your discovery call with me at talkwithcoachkatie.com. Athletes, I hope that this episode has enlightened you on how coaching for behaviors is far more successful in reaching your goals than coaching based on outcomes. Now, outcomes are great. They give us the warm fuzzies, right? They feed our egos, and they certainly give us concrete evidence that we're making progress. But it's changing your behaviors that is a foundation for all change, big or small. Before I close up this episode, though, I did want to share some more of the cool things that are going on here at Danger HQ. I'm working on an exclusive membership community. I've got some self-guided e-learning courses that are coming soon, and then as well as my premier behavior-based coaching package. If you're looking for resources I have available right now, hop on over to CoachKatieDanger.com and scope out the free training guides and resources that are already available there for you to help you on your fitness journey. And in the meantime, athletes, keep training hard, trust the process, enjoy the journey, and never, ever, ever quit. This is Coach Katie D. Over and out.
This is the podcastfactory.com.